Hey everyone, what's going on? It's Joey and my beautiful wife, Julia. My beautiful wife
Hi.
over here. It is a beautiful Friday night in this January of 2021. This is our first.
Weird to say that.
This is our first Fridays with the Continos, not only in 2021, but also in like 3 months. The last one was October 17th, the weekend before Halloween. And so a lot has changed since then, as you know. And so we figured, you know what? Why don't we go ahead and jump online and just see what you guys have been up to? Maybe you got questions for us to answer, whether it's Julia's business, whether it's my goofiness, whether it's Nala, who is just really cute, laying right over. Oh, she ran away!
Aww.
But if you want to see a video of Nala, you can jump on my Instagram at Joey Contino. I literally just uploaded something like 4 minutes ago before we went live because I'm like, oh, we're going to talk about her and they're going to want to see a photo of her. And so I decided, we'll jump over there and send that to you guys. So we get about 30 people watching us. Let me know where you guys are joining us from. Let's see. Let's see. It's going to load. Luckily today, there is no delay. We finally got that kind of figured out. I'm still trying to work on a way where we can get better quality on the camera because we're using the Mac computer and we tried different camera. Didn't work out. So Ashton's from Kentucky. Jane Gilbert is in Canada. Gabriella is in New Jersey. What part of New Jersey? Nicholas is in Indiana. Every time it's with stars. Of course, Lauren is in Florida. Oh, Corwin's in Hawaii. I'm in a robe. I'm not in a robe. This is not a robe. This is not a robe.
It's a cardigan.
It's a cardigan. I would never go live.
Indiana.
I would never go live in a robe.
You don't own a robe.
I actually don't own a robe. That's right. Pensacola. I get Deborah. National Park, New Jersey. I have a friend who's actually from there. Minnesota's Lauren. Jordan's New Jersey as well from Vineland. We drove through Vineland not too long ago.
Yes, we did.
Derek is in Texas.
Cape May Courthouse.
Cape May Courthouse. Hello. I actually was on the phone with a historian in Cape May Courthouse today. Dominic in Massachusetts. And we got a lot of people. We got someone from Ireland. Colin from Ireland is watching. Hi.
Nice.
Laquita is from Colorado. Rocky Mountain. That's pretty awesome. We have no snow here, but they have snow there right now. We got Caitlin in Pennsylvania. Wow, we got a lot of. We get Anchorage, Alaska. Wow, that's awesome.
Ontario.
We get so many people.
Virginia,
wow.
Alabama. Nice.
This is so cool, guys.
Hi.
Thank you so much for joining us. It's really nice to actually have time to talk to you. I know I talked to you during the live stream, but sometimes there's so much going on. We actually don't have a moment to actually talk to you guys.
Yeah.
And, we like to do this from time to time because we get, no exaggeration, especially on nights of the Masked Singer, Masked Dancer, I get hundreds of messages from people, and I can't get to them all, and then I kind of feel bad, and then I get messages later like, hey, why didn't you answer my questions? Because I get so many, and so that's what this is for. And we always tell an interesting story, and I know a lot of you guys had questions about our trip to Disney during the pandemic, and I promised you in the comment section that we would answer those questions together because she came with me. But so here we go. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and write them in the comment section. We have more people from Los Angeles, Syracuse, New York. Cameron just says USA. Kelly's in Ohio. Pretty cool. Tyler's World says, why are you giving out personal information? Oh, we're not giving out personal information. We're just telling you stories about our life. If you have any questions about us, why not? There's some things we're not going to tell you. Like you guys probably...
Not everything is public.
Yeah. A lot of things aren't public. We only put things online that we think you guys would find fun or interesting. Ashton says, Joey, you watch Masked Singer UK and Bush Baby is maybe Elton John. Do you think? No, I don't think. But I also haven't looked at their clues yet. But by the audio, it doesn't sound like it. Let's see here. Sorry, it's jumping really quickly. Brian says, thanks for warning me not to go to Epcot during COVID. You know what? There's actually a funny story about that. And just to kind of back up things, I know if you watch that video, I know you did most of it.
It's a continuation of the story.
Well, no, but you went ahead and really gave out your point of view in that video. I think for out of a 12-minute long video, I think 8 minutes was just you telling everyone what was going on. But I
was just upset.
But there was an update to the story. About 3 days after we got back, Disney actually called us. And I
had a long convo.
We talked for a very long time. And it's interesting because when we were there, the lady behind the counter wasn't disagreeing with us at all when it came to everything that was going on.
And don't get us wrong, we were not at the guest services like demanding, we hate this, we need our tickets back and whatever. Like, we just wanted to express our opinions just because we feel like if nobody does express their opinion, nothing will ever change. Yeah. But if you do, maybe there's enough of us that express their opinion that they will look into it and actually do make changes for better.
And what was interesting is that about 5-6 days ago, Disney started emailing all of their, first it was your DCA, no, I can't remember, what's the letters? The Vacation Club members. Okay. DVC?
Yeah.
Okay.
Disney Vacation Club.
So they emailed them and their pass holders an entire 10-question thing about Epcot. And I got to see questions on it because I think maybe it was Mickey Views or something like that actually posted a video about it. And the questions were all about, why do you come to Epcot? What things do you expect in Epcot? Have you been there lately? If you have, do you think it's been packed? They use all these different words, but they were all questions of things that we actually went ahead and addressed. So in a way, I almost feel like we're helping other people's vacations by at least expressing the way we felt. Once again, we went into it and we didn't want anything. We were there for about 5 hours. I enjoyed Future World. That was fun.
We've been to Disney 7 times. It's not like we didn't do it to gain anything.
No, we just did it because I worked in guest services at an amusement park for 7 years.
Yeah.
And the one thing I've always learned is people complain things when they go home, and by that point,
it's a little
your point is mute, and you kind of lose your whole thought process of why you were upset about something, and it blurs, and that was it. And the one thing I always said to guests were, if there's ever an issue, you always come in and tell us. We will always try to make it better in the sense that maybe we can't make it better for you, but if you had an experience that's bad and maybe there's other people, then we realize there's a trend going on that we need to change it. That way more people can come and have a good time. And so that's what the lady said on the phone with me. She goes, I don't want you guys to think that you're in trouble, or I don't want you to be upset that you're saying something. She goes, you're actually not the first person. And wound up being, we were I think she said it was 7 people that week actually called to complain about the same thing. So it turns out that we were just doing our duty. And I'm just trying to make what we did better. But a lot of people still argue with us saying that you guys just don't like people drinking. And that's not true.
It's not true at all. We do have occasional glass of
wine
from
time to time. But
so it's not like we don't like people that drink. It has nothing to do with that.
But hey, at the end of the day, Disney went ahead. I'm assuming they're going to make some changes. I know that just recently, about a week ago, they allowed park hopping now.
Yeah.
But the rule is you have to go to your first park until I think maybe 2 o'clock, and then you can park hop. Something like that.
Also, I think they're they're using all the cars, how when we were there, they only had every other car on the roller coasters. Now I think they're
actually getting rid of
capacity. I think so.
I'm
not 100% sure on that. So
I know Disney definitely needs to do something when it comes to getting more people in that park, because Disneyland has been closed for 9 months.
Yeah.
9 or 10 months now. I think was it March or was it April?
I think it closed down with us, March.
Okay. So long story short, they need more people in those parks. Anyway, let's go ahead and go through your questions. I know just sitting here, it has moved a lot. So let me scroll down. Keep going down. Gabra says, my cat loves watching when the Ferris wheel lights up different colors in Wildwood. That's pretty cool. Cute. Are you guys down in Wildwood now? Or can your cat see that? I think there's nothing on the wheel right now. All right. Feelings Gale 19 says, I saw Cat Country 107.3, wrote about your article for the Wildwood Video Archive at the Polar Bear Plunge in Wildwood. Pretty cool. I'm like, I know him. You know what's cool? They actually go ahead. That's their second article this week they actually took for me. Not that they took, they rewrote it. Yeah. There was another one I did earlier in the week about, I know they did the one with the restaurant, and they did another one about, I want to say maybe one of the other projects. I can't remember which one. There's a lot going on down there. Deborah says, I still think Disney owes you a free weekend. No, I don't think so. No.
We don't mind. We'll go.
We went during a pandemic, so you can see where our
exactly.
It wasn't like we went at at the world's best time and then had a bad experience.
Exactly.
There's expectations you have to go with when you're flying during a pandemic. Or
Knowing that there's
going
to be restrictions, knowing that you're not going to be allowed to do certain things, which is totally fine with us.
That's the story we need to tell you guys later. In about half an hour, if you stay with us, we'll tell you what happened on our flight home that almost either got us kicked off or something. I purposely didn't make a video about that.
Wait a minute. I was a little afraid at some point that we're going
to get kicked off the plane, right? You were thinking the same thing?
Yes. I was actually...
No, you have to admit, how calm was I?
Yes, but interestingly enough, at that point, I actually sat in my chair and I was like, this is it. This is going to be the first time I'm going to get kicked off the plane. And in my head, I was like, oh my God, they're going to put it on the news saying 2 crazy people were kicked off of the plane.
You're going to say, 2 crazy New Yorkers got kicked off the plane today, not because of COVID. Well, if you stay with me...
They wore 2 masks.
Yeah, and goggles, because we were in goggles and masks. Anyway, if you hang out with us for at least a half an hour and remind us, we'll tell you that story. I purposely didn't put that on here because I didn't know what the outcome was going to be.
We still don't know really what the outcome is.
Exactly. But Lauren says, I'm glad you guys are being honest. It's a good thing. We're big people in the sense that we always like to go ahead and tell the truth because, A, to lie about something, it's very hard to remember lies.
No,
I don't remember that.
Also,
I can't sleep at night if I tell a lie.
Here's the thing. What's the point of lying?
True.
What's the point?
Well, because, you do have some people who wake up every day and on YouTube show that, everything's amazing, everything's fine. And it's like, that's not true. You have to be real. There's a difference. I mean, obviously, if you watch my Masked Singer videos, I'm always excited because I like talking about that stuff. You talk about Radio or Wildwood, I'm going to smile from ear to ear and talk your ear off. Same thing with Masked Singer, Masked Dancer.
That's very true.
Yeah.
Because that happens every day.
And you hate the radio.
I don't hate it. You kill the magic.
Anyway, let's go ahead and Edwin says, I'm 12 and I love your Masked Singer content. Aww. Thank you so much. Lunging with Jack says, Joey, please answer. I live in Palm Desert, California, 30 minutes from Coachella. I've never been to Coachella.
Never been to Coachella.
Oh, my brother and sister have. Ariana says, wish you guys had a great year. Good year so far, 2021. He's talking about, I'm trying to read it. LaQuina says, we love you and Julia and still want to know what shows your brother's in. Nala makes your family complete. You two are so much fun, and many of us are big fans of Joey's voice. Well, first of all, there's a lot to address there.
Yeah.
We love you guys, and we absolutely love that we can chat on a Friday night. You guys are our friends because we have friends, but we can't really see them. So you guys are actually our closest friends right now.
Yeah.
Besides you being my best friend, and Nala being my best friend's best friend, because she's your best friend.
Yes.
But we love all you guys and really do appreciate you guys sending us messages on Instagram or Twitter or here or on TikTok. It really is a lot of fun. And Nala definitely does.
She's a big part of
does make a big part of family. And I don't have asking about what shows my brother does or do. I don't do or does. He does all of them, but he really do that. I don't know. Look, I'm bad at grammar.
He's not in it.
That's the thing. If you ever watch some TV shows and you find something for, what's the name of his company now? Begins with an M. No, E, Eureka.
Eureka.
If you watch any TV shows and you see Eureka behind it, my brother had some kind of part in it. So, for example, I did a video about Holy Moly, one of my brother's shows. He actually designed, if you watch that show, he designed the Uranus one.
The Uranus hole?
The Uranus hole, yes. I have a when Holy Moly comes back, because I believe they're filming it. Am I the only
person hearing this?
What? Hearing what? What? What did I say?
Uranus hole.
It's a golf course. Oh, I see what you said. Well, that's the whole part behind it. Anyway, when that show comes back, I have a whole backdrop that's signed by the folks. So from Joe Torre.
Yes, that's actually that's amazing.
Robin, yeah. So.
You gotta show it.
Yeah, so once that show comes back, that's going to be my new backdrop for that show. Even if we only do 1 or 2 videos, just because those look like a lot of fun. Which, by the way, they're actually casting for that show, so if you want to be a part of it, if you go on, I believe, CBS's website, and you go on Holy Moly, there's a thing you can fill out, and then from there you can go check it out. He does that show. Name That Tune, he's also a part of. He's also part of Flip, Pick, and Drive, which was on Facebook.
And
Dating Around.
Flower show, the
Full Bloom is coming out. And a couple other stuff. So he does a lot more. I just can't remember off the top of my head.
There's an endless list.
Yeah. So, those are the shows right there. And thank you again for being fans and saying that you like my voice. It's my voice. That's just me. People say they like Julia's voice too. I like talking in my announcer voice all the time. Because I can be in the shower and be like, ladies and gentlemen.
No, it's every time you make a phone call, you sound like that. And people sort of like stop. They don't know if they're talking to a voicemail or is it like recording or actual person.
It happened today because I called a roller coaster company today because I'm doing a historical article for Wildwood about a coaster. And they answer the phone. They're like, hi, this is blank, because I'm not going to name them. This is blank. How can we help you? And I go, hi, how are you? And they're like, huh? Hi, my name is Joey. I'm blah, blah, blah. I didn't think you were real. Or if you called my phone, which I would never give you my number, but my voicemail is, hey, what's going on? This is Joey. I can't come to the phone right now. And people are like, it's so weird. It doesn't make any sense. But what I do for a living, it makes sense. Gabrielle says, my kitten says meow. Nala ran away. Nala. You got to get her a little toy.
She's done.
She's like, I hate you guys. Jonathan says, hello, how's it going? Good. Julia literally just got done work and got home from the bus. And I cooked her dinner. And then now we're doing this. Yeah. We ate dinner in 20 minutes just to do this.
Yeah.
That's why it's 9 o'clock tonight instead of it being 8 o'clock.
Yeah, my appointment ran a little behind.
But it is what it is. Let's see here. Do you guys do test track at Epcot? She can't.
I can't.
Unfortunately, Julia has a condition that
forbids me to do a lot of things.
You can't do Mission to Space or a test track.
Correct.
Because it hurts your neck a lot.
Yeah.
But I love test track. If we didn't have that issue, I would have done test track. And Mission test track. Let me drink my tea real quick. We got matching mugs today, everyone.
Test truck.
Look.
A little test truck.
You're a test truck. We got our matching mugs. Look how cute they are, right? You're not going to show yours? You look so relaxed. What is this? I need to sit back.
I'm just chilling here.
You look like you came from a busy day at work.
That's exactly what it is.
All right, here we go. Oh, look at this. Oh, can bring them closer. Funny thing is, we hung pictures behind us purposely for live streams, and now you can't see them. Well, how did that happen? I don't know. Anyway, let's see here. The FTM22 says, I wasn't fond of drunks in Epcot before the whole virus thing. We always left before the nonsense. There's a big difference between having a drink and being inebriated.
Yes.
Yes, I can't pronounce it, but yes, you're 100% correct. Colin says, I respect you for that.
It just jumped.
It just jumped out. I apologize. Well, I jumped a lot. 1 second. Ooh, there's a lot of people here. Okay, 1 second.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, gosh, it's even higher. Okay, 1 second, guys. We're really far behind. Philly's Girl says the other article was the polar plunge. That's correct. You're right. Gabrielle says, Sasha says, thanks. That's the cat. That's so cute.
Aw, I like that name.
Do you think the Eagles were going to trade Carson Wentz? Yes. They need the money. They're $60 million over budget, which means when it comes to the draft, they have no money to get anyone. So they need to go ahead and get rid of him. And then Ertz, I believe, is retiring. So they'll have that money freed up. So they'll have like roughly about $40 million to go ahead and get a few decent amount of folks. And they really, really need it. What year did we get married? We got married twice. In 2015 and in 2016, just because we love each other that much.
We just love getting married.
Yeah, and we have 2 wedding albums too.
That we do.
Here's our first wedding, and here's our second wedding.
First wedding was a little wedding, and then the second one was.
You know what's fun? It's true. It really is true. I mean, look, we have. The day we got engaged. I'm covering your face. I'm so sorry. You picked the book out. Your fault. Here's the day we got engaged. I'm not really your fault, but here we are. I'm going to try to find a picture of all of us. Is there not a picture of all of us?
Oh, I'm sure it is. No,
there's a nice blurry photo of us getting married. All right.
As you can tell, it was little.
Look, this is us right after we got married. Here's some photos of us and my mom, my dad, me and Julia. Julia had a pretty dress. Look how cute, look how young we are. We're so young. Just married. So yeah, that's our first wedding. Then we had dinner at, oh gosh, what was it? Was it
something?
Was that Carmine's? No.
Yes, Carmine's. And then we
which is a famous Italian restaurant in New York City, which became a trend. What do you call that?
A what?
A franchise. They now have them like in all the casinos. And then this is the other one.
That's our big wedding.
It's our big wedding.
In the big book.
In the big book, there's a lot of stuff in here. Our invitations are still in here.
I thank you.
Thank you. Wow, there's a lot of stuff in here.
Well, I saved it all.
Why? You want to remember that thing?
Excuse you.
I'll show them a few photos because my wife is Cinderella.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I'll pick it up.
You can see my beautiful wife. You can actually see this one a lot better because it's not really.
It's not glossy.
It's not glossy. Look at this. Look at this thing, man. Woohoo! How beautiful, right? Not me, her. And then where's my favorite shot? Where is it at? The big one.
Nope, not next.
Next.
Following.
Oh, here we go. Look at that, man. So.
Big wedding for the big book.
Yes. And a small wedding for the small book. And then these were our thank you ones.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Again, off topic.
Well, they asked about how long we've been married for. So I told them.
Feels like forever.
With this one, it feels like yesterday. Let's see. You do pitch change tomorrow for us. I was thinking Crocodile 100. I can't read your comment that make too much sense. I'm sorry. But yes, tomorrow around 1 p.m. is the UK version of the Masked Singer. I did the pitch correct audio and we go through some of the clues. And what's interesting is I put it at 1 p.m. because I know at 8 p.m., which is 8 p.m. in London, is when the episode airs. And so I had to do the time difference and then give you guys a little extra time to actually watch it before the episode. And that's why it's going up at 1. Yeah, it was a lot. What is your favorite dancer from Group A and Group B, says Lauren. Well, both of my favorites were both kicked off, which was funny. But Tulip All the Way in Group B and Group A, I'm looking at probably Sloth. Why not? Why not? But we'll see what happens next week. Let's continue on. I feel like either the Hammerhead or Cricket's getting kicked off next week. I'm the kid you were messaging on Instagram earlier. Well, hi, Dylan. Apart from the crab, what costume do you want from the Masked Singer US? Besides a crab, Jewel, how about a turkey? Gobble, gobble. Just so I can say gobble, gobble. Turkey. Leah says, what's your favorite restaurant in Wildwood? 2 Mile Landing. I think we've talked about that before. Do you listen to Cat Country? My favorite station, Joe Kelly and Joanna are my favorites. I know Joe Kelly. I don't listen to them, but the country station, New Jersey doesn't really have many. So it's good that they have some. Joey, where's your cat in the other room? Are you going to go back to Disney in 2021? Well, we were supposed to go to Disneyland Paris. Or is that Disney World?
I think it's Disneyland.
Disneyland Paris. We're going to go in March because I turned a certain number. We're not going to mention the number. But that was supposed to be my big thing. But because of the pandemic, and what's going to happen is when you start to fly in March or whenever, they're going to start requiring that you have a health passport. Just like when you go to any concerts, they're going to require that as well. Ticketmaster, and then the other one, I think Live Nation, are going to require you to have a passport, and then you're going to show on your phone that you actually have the vaccine. And so, not knowing what's going to happen, then we're like, you know what?
Like when we're actually able to, receive our vaccines. So
yeah.
we're just
so ultimately,
we're staying in the country. But
we decided to do what I always want to do. And our original plan for this summer was a Route 66 plan, or drive, where we rent a Winnebago and drive from New Jersey all the way out to Santa Monica along the old Route 66, not the new Route 8 or whatever the heck it is, and take about a week and a half and just explore the country. Go to Yellowstone, check out Yosemite and all those other parks. And so that's what our new game plan is. That's probably our only trip. We were supposed to come back from Ukraine, our other trip, this weekend, but COVID. So, it is what it is.
Yeah, we'll be doing cross country.
Yes.
Stay tuned for that as we plan our trip.
Eric says, I wish that you really have a year. Thank you, too.
Thank you.
The FT22s, I forgot to comment about the Gleam toothpaste on Masked Singer. My father loved that gross stuff. LOL. Was it really called Gleam toothpaste? I didn't know that was a real thing. Maybe it shows their age. Who's your favorite? Who's your prediction of the winner of Masked Dancer? It's way too early to know that. I feel like the tulip is definitely everyone's favorite so far. So I think that's everyone's going with. I don't really have one yet, but Lauren says, love you guys both. Oh, thank you. We love you too. Edwin says, what time is it for you? For them, it is 9:14. It's currently 9:27. Let's see. Ashton says, Joey, see my message, please. Well, what's your message? I don't know what it is.
Send.
Yeah. The Sloth Matthew Morris. Listen to the Pitch Correct audio video I have for you guys going up on Sunday. Now the birds, 3 cats. Gabrielle has 3 cats, Bailey, Miley, and Sasha. Sasha is the one that watches the Ferris wheel light. That's pretty cool. Corey's right. Yes, Holy Moly is on ABC. I apologize. Gosh, I don't know my own brother's show. Eek. That says, Name That Tune is a fun show. I watched it this past week. I really liked it. And I did a whole video for you guys today, and I think maybe like 600 of you guys watched it. So I'm assuming there's not too many fans about the show, but I still think it's kind of cool. It's also, it competed with all the riots taking place. So I kind of assumed the ratings were down. I mean, if you look at the ratings for Masked Dancer, it was like 3.1 million, which is not many because we normally have about 6 million to 11 million. And it's because of all the news coverage that was going on. James says, want to know which boy band besides Joey Fatone and Nick Carter do you want to be on The Masked Dancer or Singer? Well, Justin Timberlake, of course. I would love for him to be on the show, but his voice is too recognizable. Too recognizable?
Mm-hmm.
I can't speak tonight. Even though if you watch the UK version of The Masked Singer, they guessed him on the show last week, which is a new episode coming out tomorrow. Someone wants a moon on season 5. Would be kind of cool. They had a son last season.
They have a star. That'd be cool.
What's your favorite album from 2020? Did they release albums in 2020? I mean, The Weeknd. That was about it. I know.
And his album was actually
really good. Pretty well. So I guess I go with The Weeknd. I guess that's my guess. Joey, where's your cat? The other room.
Gonna have to get her soon.
Who do I think the sloth is? I don't know yet. It jumped again. Joey, what was Julia's maiden name? I don't think she wants people to know that. No. It wasn't Contino. That's all that matters.
Contino. It was very long in Ukrainian.
It was a Ukrainian name. Okay, let's go. Lauren says, I think I know who's leaving the show. Maybe. I actually, between you and I think I figured out who's leaving next. I don't want to tell you yet. The only reason why I know is because when they were showing one of the commercials for it, they showed someone taking off their mask, and they showed like 2 seconds, not even 2 seconds, split second of Craig and what he's wearing, and he's wearing that outfit next week, which tells me that person's getting revealed. Fox sloppy editing on their part kind of revealed that one. But it is what it is.
And Joey also paying attention to little details.
I watch way too much stuff. Someone says, do you guys have a P.O. box anymore? We do.
Yes.
It is 851 Wildwood, P.O. Box 851 Wildwood, New Jersey, and it's just Joey Contino. So that's where we're at. Well, New Jersey. Oh, that's 08020. No, 08260. No.
08260.
Yeah, 08260. Yeah. Gosh, I almost forgot the zip code for a second there. That's not good. It's too many numbers. Joseph says, Joey, what is going on with the blue palms in Wildwood? I did a full article about it on my website. Go check it out. It's pretty cool. There's a 3-phase plan to redo Jersey Girls, add a lobby in between them, expand Jersey Girl a little bit, add a 5th floor onto the blue palms, make the pool area bigger, and then just an extended pool-in area. So that's pretty cool. But if you go on wildwoodvideoarchive.com, it's like the second article there. Corey says, I've seen your picture in the gazebo at your wedding. It was so pretty. Yeah, we have a couple photos. Here's one here on my phone of me and Julie. It's been there since the day we got married. Here's Nala. Here she is, a little girl. A cutie little thing. Ding, 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 ding.
She's not happy. She was sleeping.
She was sleeping?
Yeah.
Don't ever wake a sleeping baby. You see what happens when I wake you up. You're waking her up. Things about cats are that they're the perfect killing machine because they get right on top of you and smother you. But she hasn't killed us yet.
What is that? What do you hear?
Okay, let's continue down. Going through the questions. What did it blah, blah, blah. Joey, do you know about the leak finale by The Masked Dancer Fox? I don't know about the leak finale in the sense of who wins it. I do know who the top 4 and 3 people are because there was a leak that was given out. But I'm not do about it maybe in 2 weeks. But I figured it kind of ruins the fun if we go ahead and stuff in your eye. It kind of ruins the fun if I put it out there now. But it doesn't want to talk about it. Marie says, I think Joey doesn't want to talk about the Masked Dancer finale. We've got like 7 more episodes to go, so. Lauren says the reason why she wanted those because if we went to Disney, she would like to meet us. Well, if we do go, I'll let you know. I just know that our next trip is definitely, well, we have a mountain trip in February, and then March is we're doing a cross-country trip. What is your guys' fast food franchise? None of them. We don't.
Well, if we have to pick.
If we have to pick,
I would go for the what was it that we got at one time? Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A. We got it one time. One time, and you like them.
Yes, but if I have to pick, like if I have to choose one, I would do that.
How about Chopped?
That's not fast food.
Well, it is fast
salad.
Food. Well, it's a fast food franchise.
Okay, then yes.
All right.
I love Chopped.
Joey, do you like the Masked Singer AU, and what's your favorite costume? The Australia version, I do like it. I forget, was that a wizard on that show? I watched so many different versions of it. I can't remember all the costumes at the top of my head. I'm sorry. Route 66 sounds like fun. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
We actually have done a little bit of it when we drove from Vegas to Grand Canyon, right, Joe?
Yep.
We really enjoyed it.
Lauren says, people think that toothpaste means it's someone from Glee. Yeah, well, I think that's why they did it, because why else would they put Gleam on unless it indicates how old they are? People want to know who you think the sloth is. I didn't go through the clues yet. It's actually what I'm doing tomorrow. The chat jumped again. I apologize. Why are you looking at me? Hi. Are you okay? Her eyes are all like glazed over. She's like, so tired. You guys keep me awake.
Yeah, mommy dragged me.
They want to know, does the Masked Dancer have a channel or no? Not that I'm aware of. I've been watching video clips from another YouTube page. It is called Late Night Recap. If you go through YouTube, it's a new channel. They pulled up all the Clue videos because that's what I really need. And so if you go on there, you can watch the Clue videos, and I think they upload a few other things from the show, which they should just upload the whole thing, but you really shouldn't at the same time. But yeah, I go to Late Night Recap. So you guys are lagging. Yes, we're a few minutes behind on answering questions because there's so many stories we get caught in. Hey, you guys. Oh, we're actually down there. Nice. We're doing good, Joel. We're almost at the bottom of the questions. Can you answer the DM on Instagram? Let me see. Let me see what's on there.
Refresh it, maybe.
What's on there?
Refresh it, maybe.
Not only related to your sister's cat. No.
She is not at all.
Not at all. If you looked on Instagram, my sister has has a gray cat. And I got Julia's joke. They said they got your joke, Julia.
It wasn't my joke. It's just you said it. You said it yourself.
Well, I didn't say anything bad, and here you go.
No, I only asked you if you heard what you said. That's it.
I never hear what I say. I just keep rambling on. That's good about me. I'm a rambler. I'm a rambling man. That's an old song from the 60s, by the way. But those are all the questions I have on Instagram. If you sent me something. Let's see requested messages. Zoe wanted to. No, that's really it. I don't really have any other questions on my Instagrams. If you send me something, you gotta send it again, unless it's on yours. Let's see here. Nala's so cute. If you guys go to Disney in mid-November, I'll be there with my fiance and son. If you're there, it would be awesome to meet you. Well, from a distance. Yes, distance meetings are nice.
Yeah. I mean, we don't know when.
We don't know when we're going back.
Hopefully, if everything stays good with COVID and we get our vaccine, I don't see why not.
But at the same time, though, if I'm doing 2 trips a year and the big trips, it's going to be a cross-country trip, and then we're going to go back to Ukraine to see your family because we haven't seen them in over a year.
Yeah, but Florida trips are usually like 3 days.
That's true.
Don't go for longer,
That's true.
So it's like a weekend trip sort of thing.
Okay. Do you guys know what's happening with Adventure Pier? Yes, I do. I wrote a whole article about it. If you go on Wobble Video Archive, you can look it up there because there's so many things going on. They're redoing the Great White. Some of the track is getting redone. They're moving things around. They're redoing the entire front of the pier, and there's a couple of little things. So make sure you check it on there. Just type in Wobble Video Archive and click on the search, and then type in Wobble Archive. They want to know what's our Zodiac signs. I don't think that we have. I mean, we have them, but I don't really look them up.
Our Zodiac signs?
Yeah.
Well, I'm Cancer.
I think I'm a crab.
No, I think you're a Pisces.
All right, I'm a fish. I don't really.
We're both water signs.
We're a water sign? Does that mean I'm water and you're water?
Well,
Are you rubber and I'm glue?
Cancer.
Yes, you are that.
That's why you like me, because I'm sort of a crab.
Corey says there is no late night recap. Yes, there is. I know for a fact there is. If you go on YouTube, late night recap, I will show you. You have to go and search and then click on channel. Wait, there we go. Actually, I don't see it too. Well, that's not good, huh?
Well, that's interesting.
That is interesting. Maybe that channel will shut down. I don't see why they would do that. Let's see. Unless I'm typing it in wrong. Nope, there it is. It's right here. Late night recap. So they've got some stuff on there. They got 9 subscribers. They're brand new. So anyway, that's what we got. Joe, can you add me on TikTok? If you follow me, if you're on TikTok and you follow me, I'll follow you right back.
Let's get the kitty, Gary.
Were you falling asleep?
With your hands.
I'm Italian. This is how I talk, Nala. That's how you should talk. Hi, meow, bark. Why are you barking at people?
Who's time for us? Stay.
Hey, it's jumping up here.
It. She's done. She's fed up.
Miranda says, Joey, are you Italian? Almost 100%. Almost. I'm like 97% Italian.
Very Italian.
Very Italian. I'm very. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
But no, I am very close.
Very close.
Very close to you. Almost 100%.
To Italians?
Yeah. So it says, Joey is the fish, LOL. That's a new nickname, Joey the Fish. Hey,
Joey the Fish.
Hey, I'm Joey the Fish. Shake my hand. Slap, slap, slap. You gonna slap me?
Jelly bones.
That's my father's nickname.
Exactly. And Joe Fish, you can be
Joe Fishy.
Joe Fishy.
Hey, I'm Joe Fishy over here. Something smells fishy over here, huh? Is it me? Is it you? Is it Nala? Hey, excuse me, ma'am. Did you go to the bathroom? Heard that noise and jumped up. Leah says, I would love to meet you guys if your guys are in Wildwood at the same time. We are, yeah. I mean, we're always down.
Almost every weekend.
Mm-hmm. We spend more
great
time.
Chances to see us.
Yes. we do a lot of filming too. So a lot of people are like, I want to meet up with you, and I do feel bad.
We are out and about, so you will see us.
We are constantly everywhere filming. Like I have 13 videos that I have to film that I just haven't had. You have to write the scripts for them, and then you have to get all the other shots and how you want to film it, and then you charge up the drones, and then schedule a day where it's not windy because anything over 10 miles an hour. And then you wake up
and it's raining.
It's raining and
windy.
And
you're done.
And it's like, but it didn't call for that. And it could be a gorgeous day, but the second that wind comes out, you know how many times I tried to film one thing and it was like 3 days in a row. It was like rainy, windy. Like you go out that perfect day, you wake up, it's great. You get to the place, you walk around to make sure there's no wires, and you're about to take the drone up, and out of nowhere, the wind comes by, and the cat just got scared. Or you go to film, and then out of nowhere, you find out that you can't film in that area because they're flying helicopters with poles on them because they're redoing the power system down there, and it becomes a no-fly zone. And it's like, oh my God.
It's always
that's the worst. Is that
something?
Literally, because when there's a no-fly zone, it goes for about 1.5 miles, and the island is only about 5 miles long. So, like, they install these 200-foot tall poles, and they're flying them from one side of the island to the other. So think of it as a straight line, and then from there, think of 1.5 miles each direction. So they made the entire island a no-fly zone. And it's like, well, now I can't get any of those shots, and it's gorgeous now. So
we always have to change our plans according to what's happening.
Yep. There we go. Phil's girl says, well, maybe we'll meet you guys in Wildwood or Cape May. Since I live in Courthouse, I'd love to meet more locals. I'm also really into local history. Well, Philly's gal, I'm doing a really cool history about one of the buildings that was originally built for the bicentennial 1876 in Philadelphia that was taken apart and actually brought down to Cape May via train and rebuilt down there and moved a few times. I was talking to a historian today about that, and so that's pretty cool. Also working another article about a roller coaster that was supposed to come down here. So let's go. I keep getting behind because I keep telling them Joey Fishiano. That's so funny. Joe Fishy. That's it, man. YouTube channel change. No longer Fishy. Joey Contino, Joe Fishy. Not in Joey Fishy. Joe Fishy. My gosh. Corey says he still can't find late night recap. You hard like Paul from Masked Singer. That means how Ken is smarter on the Masked Dancer than the Masked Singer, because in the Masked Dancer, he's actually being dead serious with the show. On the Masked Singer, he's just being a goofball. How many cats do we have? One. Trent says it's a no-fly zone. There are fish in the way.
Yeah.
So, Philly Girl says, dude, I'm so over Route 9 construction. Yes, it's awful right now.
Oh,
yep.
Jumped again.
Okay. Here we go. Edwin says, read me. I've been watching you since Margaret Cho was revealed. Awesome. Thank you. Nicholas says, Joey, what do you think about foreign versions of the Masked Dancer implementing creatures of myth or, okay, if you could choose. I think it's cool that they're adding myths into it. I believe Ukraine is doing a myth in theirs as well. So that's going to be really cool. Do you think if you could choose a mythical creature costume for the Masked Singer, what would it be? Are there any myths in America? Headless Horseman?
That'd be cool. God, that would be awesome.
That would be a really cool costume.
I would want to actually see
David
how they would.
Jones would be an interesting one, but you can't really make anything out of that because it's a real person. But Headless Horseman would be really cool.
Yeah.
I would like that.
That's a good one.
What other ones can you think of? What's American? A myth in America. A Jersey Devil?
Mythical creature.
What? It's true. The Jersey
For
Devil.
sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. See him every day.
Every day.
Right here.
Bigfoot?
Sitting right next to me.
Bigfoot.
Joe Fish.
Joe Fishy. Hey, Joe Fishy. So there we go. Quiddy says it's time to tell the plane story.
Yes.
It is. Give me 1 second. Let me answer a few other things real quick. How's the snow there? We have no snow here.
Probably won't get any.
Trent wants a mummy costume. Now next, meet the fish. Ashton says my fish. I'm fish. My cat and wife. Don't know. This is my fish YouTube channel. Take it off. Take it off. Oh my gosh, YouTube. What? I'm sorry. I don't know what that means. Matt says, what's your thoughts on Al Trebek's last episode today? It's extremely sad. Fearless Girl says, but I would love to join in on the history of Cape May. Like I said before, while my grandmother has wood used to build her house from South Cape May military barracks, which is actually, wow. I wrote about that article a while ago because not only, Philly's Girl, that wood that was from the barracks that helped build your house, if you go on the Wildwood Boardwalk to Douglas Candies, or I call it Douglas Fudge, but it's really called Douglas Candies, it's the same wood taken from the barracks because Henry Ford wanted that land back and he said you got to remove everything. And people are like, this is some good wood. I could use this wood. And so that's what happened. Pretty cool.
Wow.
Okay, so I think we answered all the questions. Now we're going to get into the flight story. Are you guys ready? Do you have your popcorn ready? Do you have your water, your soda?
Why is it always when we go somewhere, there's always a story?
We always have a good story to tell them.
How is it like, when people come from vacation, you ask them, how was your vacation? They're just like, good. Oh. Everything was good. That never happens to us.
No, we had a good vacation.
No, but there's always a story attached to it. It's never just like a good vacation. Everything just.
My favorite is that I just said to myself in my head, the Italy trip we had no problems, and I just realized I fell in the airplane toilet. Remember?
Not only did you hit your head on the plane, that the stewardess almost had a heart attack.
She thought I died.
Our credit card was blocked in Naples, and we had
That's
no money.
Right. We had no money, and I'm arguing with them, and I needed to be in front of a computer, which I didn't have.
I had no money to buy food, and we didn't eat for a good 24 hours because we left.
I still have all those videos, by the way, that I haven't put online yet. I'm going to have to do it eventually. I'm going to have to. Anyway.
Oh,
so,
wait.
What?
The airport in Germany was, there was a
bomb.
bomb.
There was a bomb scare at the airport, yes.
They closed off the whole entire airport. We almost missed our flight to Italy.
That's right.
That's how our trip started.
That is right. Anyway, so before we get started, make sure you subscribe and you turn on notifications. As you know, that helps out our YouTube channel a lot. Lauren says Naples, Florida. No, Naples, Italy.
Italy, yeah.
Naples, Italy. Anyway.
That's a whole nother story.
So here we go. Let's talk about on our flight home from Disney. Now, keep in mind the day prior, we had the issue at Epcot. And it was what it is. It wasn't that it ruined our day, but definitely was upsetting that it happened. Now, originally, we did fly out JetBlue, and JetBlue had extremely cheap prices at that point because no one was going to Florida. And I mean, it was $25 per person. No, $25 together each way? No, it was $25 per person each way. So we paid $100 for the flight. Very inexpensive. And as we said, we really don't expect much out of that.
Also, we booked them far, far in advance.
Oh, we did,
We booked them when the pandemic was, at its full force.
We came back.
The first wave.
We came back from our first vacation and went, we got to book the next one.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
Because we always wanted to go to Disney at Christmas time.
When we got back, we were still not in a lockdown. So when we booked those tickets, we heard of pandemic happening in China, in Wuhan, but it did not reach us yet. So we sort of were like, let's just book it now since the tickets are so cheap. And we didn't realize why they were so cheap because people were starting to be scared to fly.
And one of my things was always to go to Disney at Christmas time.
That was our
I just want to do all the Christmas
bucket
stuff.
List, yeah.
And
we've talked about it for years.
And so that's what we had booked it very far in advance. And so going into we didn't mean to expect much, but we did our research. We saw what JetBlue was doing up to the day before. They were only doing 2 seats in every single 3 row. And so the middle seat was taken out. But for us, it didn't really matter anyway because we had purposely purchased seats that only had 2 in them. That way we were safe. And we followed a lot of rules. If you watched our Disney videos or our flight videos, you know that on airplanes, to be safe, we wore 2 masks before we even got to the airport. When we got into the plane or into the airport, we put goggles on to really be safe. Then when we got to the plane, we would wipe down everything and then finally be able to sit down, and we kept everything on until we got to the hotel room where we washed our hands and everything was fine. Yes, I know it's extreme, but we wanted to make sure we were safe. Remember, this is the height of the pandemic. Well, still technically
especially
is now.
holidays coming up, and you know, you don't want to.
And we knew that coming back, we would have exactly 10 days, as Fauci says, Dr. Fauci's 10 days you have to quarantine before you can see your family
with a negative
test. So we got tested 3 days after, like we were supposed to, and came back negative. But it's time now to go ahead and fly back from Disney. Now, our flight was originally for 8 p.m. Now, that day was a Monday. We were planning to go to the Grand Floridian, a couple other resorts just to kind of check them out. But just a week or a few weeks prior, they changed it to 3 p.m. So we lost 5 hours of a day. And you know what? It is what it is. Like we said, it's a pandemic. It's fine. We'll fly home earlier. Who cares? It is what it is. Well, prior to getting to the airport, we went to go ahead and check in, and we bought our tickets and our seats in advance. And for some strange reason, we were sitting in, originally I got tickets like at the front of the plane, at the 5th row. I paid the extra because the tickets were so cheap. And Julia has a little claustrophobia when it comes to planes. Yeah. So we always have to sit in a certain section, and that's why we do it in advance, and we pay for it. And it is what it is. But for some reason, when we got to the airport, I was sitting in row 21 at the back of the plane by a window, and she was in row 19 at an aisle. No idea how that happened.
And so, we were not informed about that. Nope, the reason we found
just
out
randomly changed
is when we went online onto on our phones to check in for our flight, and that's how we found out that that's not our seats that we paid for.
So, I mean, it was one thing for you to change the plane and the timing from 8 to 2, but we rebooked the seats, and then you changed it again. So now it's a second time we have to go back and figure out what the heck went wrong. And so at that point, there were no seats actually sitting next to each other.
There were no seats on a plane, as they're already
booked all the way.
100%.
And so on the app, you can change your seats, but you can't really get what you really needed for, because we went even if we couldn't get 2 seats alone, we're like, can't we just get these seats together? Anyway, so we tried to rebook it, but we couldn't sit with each other. And so I went up to the front of the counter when we got there, and I talked to the lady. I'm like, look, I paid extra. The seats were technically what you would call them as business class seats, but they're really inexpensive because it was the pandemic and no one was flying. And so I'm like, excuse me, I'm sorry, but I paid in advance. I did all these things, and you guys put us in separate seats. Now we came and sit together, and she was explaining to me, well, what happened was, besides them changing, the first time they changed the flight and the physical plane, and then today or that day, randomly, they changed it for a bigger plane. And because of that, they pretty much took all the reservations and everything that they originally had
and just threw them
and just threw people randomly everywhere. So I'm going with the girl, like, look, I paid for a 5th row. I'm explaining the situation about my wife and how we have to sit in a certain section and blah, blah, blah. And she says, there's nothing we can do. And so
make the story shorter.
Oh,
it's so long.
And so as we're going on, I said, well, there's nothing available through rows 1 through 5. And she goes, well, because they changed planes, it's a brand new plane, and those first 5 seats would technically be first class.
They're mint.
And there is no business class. I said, so realistically, wouldn't that mean that we would be in those seats because we had the business class, but this one doesn't have that? And she goes, no. She goes, we can't even do anything with the seats. I said, well, can we buy those seats? And they're like, no, we can't give those seats away. We can't sell those seats. They're just there.
They told us the seats are going to stay empty
for the entire flight.
And we didn't ask for them for free. We asked if we could purchase them, if we could purchase the tickets for those seats. We didn't ask to exchange the tickets. We just wanted to repurchase the tickets for the seats.
Yes. So she said there's nothing we can do with that.
They're not for sale. They're not, as they said, their own words, they're not in the system because it's a different plane. The seats actually are not in the system, and there's nothing they can do with the seats at all. And the seats are going to have to be empty.
So she says to us,
okay, fine.
Look, here's the deal. They'll refund you for the business thing. She goes, right now you're still not sitting with each other. Stay nearby, and before we start calling to get on the plane, she goes, well, let your wife get on. We'll try to get you guys sitting together, and then, we'll go along with that. So they called our plane. We got up. They managed to get us row 8, which was good, and we actually could sit next to each other. So thank God for that. But we were the first ones in the plane, and before I got there, I spoke to the head stewardess, and then I said, hey, quick question for you. I explained the situation, and I said, they said that, we can't purchase these seats or sit in these seats. Is there any way that, like, during the flight or anything, we can move up or something? No, we can't do that. That all had to be done at the front desk. No one's going to be sitting there, blah, blah, blah. So we went back to our seats. We wiped down our seats. We're sitting down. And Julia, taps me on the shoulder. She goes, there's a guy sitting up front. What do you mean? There's a guy sitting there. I'm like, oh, no. He probably sat there purposely, and they're going to tell him to move. But then another family sat there, and another family sat there, and then guess what?
Before you know, the whole entire
thing was full, and I'm like,
filled up. Yeah.
I'm like, what? So I grabbed one of the other stewardess, and I'm like, hey, I'm so sorry. I said, I explained the whole situation. This is someone else now, and she goes, if you want, I can get the manager. I said, sure, why not? So the entire plane is now. Everyone's on the plane. There's not one seat.
Everyone's seated.
There's not one seat in this entire place, and the head stewardess. And on top of that, the lady at the front desk came down.
And it's just like,
I kind of want you to tell this part.
It's just when they came onto the plane, it didn't feel like they just came over to sort of talk to you. They came, they entered the plane.
Multiple people came.
Just rushing down the aisle as though we were kicking and biting people. And one of them looked at the other and was like, where are they? And the other lady was like, This is them. So now, and they just went running down the aisle, and here we are, just sitting there,
she ran past us. That's right.
And she was like, "What? This is not them?" The lady was like, "No, right next to you." She was like,
"Oh, can I?
Do you have a problem? Do you have a problem?"
And I'm looking at her, I'm like.
That's the moment I thought that this is it. We're getting kicked out. We're getting kicked out. I actually picked up my bag. I was like, if we get kicked out, at least I have my bag in my hands.
So now I'm explaining the situation to this girl, and I'm saying, look.
And in no way
you guys,
have we been disrespectful to anyone.
I've never raised my voice.
Never, yeah.
I'm explaining the whole thing to her from the beginning. You changed our flight time, then our plane again, then our seats 3 times. You refunded, all these things are going on. And she just looks at me and she just says, you say it the best.
So she looked at us and she was just like, you have to understand that the seats that the first class, the reason why the people that got the first class seats, because they are the Mosaic customers. I understand. But the next thing what she said was the worst. Yeah, because they're Mosaic customers. And Mosaic are their own VIP, if you were signed up for their VIP
program, whatever.
I didn't even look it up. So she says, and she was like, well, they are important. You guys in the core, which are I'm assuming the plus economy class or economy plus, whatever you call that. You guys, she didn't refer to just us, but to the whole entire plane.
She's pointing to the entire plane.
And she was like,
she's like, you guys
here, the core of the plane are important, but just not as important as the people up front.
So now at this point, people are like, what? This lady literally is just saying that we're not important to them whatsoever.
Just felt really not just personally.
It was embarrassing because she's yelling this at us over someone.
Yeah. And
at us, and everyone's looking at us because I'm also talking to her. And everyone that heard her just say that we're not important to them. And it just was really awkward.
But we're just, clearly not as important. The core of the plane, not as important.
Never apologize. Just you're not as important as them.
As the Mosaic people.
All I said to her was, you know what? If in the very beginning you would have said to me, we keep those seats for our loyalists.
Yes.
I probably would have been fine about it, but because you had to come on the plane, you all lied to me, and then from there said that we were not important. I said, that's it. I'm done with this.
And the worst part is that we really enjoyed our first flight to Florida, and
we had a really good flight with JetBlue on the way there.
Right before getting on the plane, we talked about getting Mosaic.
Yeah.
Because we were like, listen, this is great. You know, they're just coming to Newark Airport. It's close to us.
We found out that they hire a lot of vets and police officers.
Yes, I had
Our flight attendant was a police officer.
I absolutely had an amazing chat with a flight attendant on the way to Florida that used to be a police officer for 20 plus years. He was absolutely incredible. The whole flight was amazing. Honestly, like I get nervous when I fly. So he was so just calming.
Yeah.
And I literally talked the entire flight to him. And it was amazing. And that's why we were like, you know what, we were considering on getting
the next thing. Because it was our first time flying with them. But you know what?
They have newest planes.
Yeah.
They have updated
free Wi-Fi.
Free Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
And you know, honestly, it was amazing. And then that happened. And I just
we've flown with Spirit for like 11 flights.
With Spirit,
I've never had an issue with Spirit.
Has anyone told me that, dude,
that's important.
You are not important.
That's Spirit.
Just so you know, you are not important. Like
anyway, so I said to the lady, I said, it's extremely disrespectful of what you just said. I said, and I told her what I do, and I'm like, you know, and I said, I'm gonna be sure to never fly with you ever again and let everyone know, because this is not right. And then she just looked at me and walked off the plane. That was it.
Yeah. So that was our story. But yes, there was a split second there when she was rushing down the aisle when I thought there was going to be police officers behind her.
My favorite
I'm not going to lie. I actually thought there were going to be police officers behind her. My favorite
is that she was not on that plane when we landed.
No.
She worked in the airport. She was a representative of JetBlue.
Yeah.
JetBlue.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing is that even weeks after this incident, I've been getting phone calls from JetBlue, and not once did they apologize. They don't care. And like the thing is, it wasn't nothing to do with the money. It really wasn't the thing. I mean, eventually we got refunded for the seats, which were like $7 each. It wasn't about the money. It was about the fact that you, as a consumer, you lied to me. Just be honest about it. Don't just let other people get in those seats after you told me we can't even put you in those. That's not even a thing. It doesn't even exist. We can't do that.
It's not in the system.
And then you just randomly did it. And the funny thing is that the girl that was at the front desk was right there. And I literally said, you told me that we can't sit there because you can't even put anyone in the system. That's correct. Yet there's people sitting there. That's correct. That's
it, yeah.
So you're just saying yes, you're all right.
All of the things that happened, it's just like it was.
It's like they were agreeing that they messed up and that they don't care. Okay.
Yeah, it's such a shame because
it is what it is. I said to Julie, I said maybe it was because we put negative vibe out on that Sunday that made that happen, but I think that was going to happen no matter what.
Yeah, it's just I'm upset because I thought we finally found an airline that we can fly with. And they're starting to do a flight to California as well, doing their mint service as well. So we were like, okay, it could be awesome. And it's a budget airline. So we were like, that'll work out for us great, but it didn't.
Wait, we saw A Jolster L just donated 99 cents. Thank you so much. We appreciate the support. You guys are the best. You guys are so much fun. There's still 40 people listening to us ramble on about.
I know. It's like, who would want to
You guys are the best.
This?
Thank you so much. Lauren says that she saw Randy Jackson at the store today. That's awesome. You should have gone out to him and say, name that tune, will you? Because he just aired last night. I didn't know he lived in Florida. That's pretty cool. Lavita says, you and Julia have the best fans. I agree. You guys are the best. I know a few questions went on when we were going through our rant. Sarah says, Joey, you should sing more. Oh, I agree.
Yes, you should.
Let's see here. Joey, give more videos of singing. Oh, that's second person. We want a cactus in season 5. That'd be kind of cool. What airline did you fly again? That was JetBlue, but we're going to probably stick to Spirit. Funny thing is, the reason why we didn't go with Spirit is because Spirit was actually more expensive.
Yes.
That was the funny part.
Yes.
So.
And I mean, we've flown with Spirit how many times?
Every time we went to Disney except for the last one.
I mean,
so that's 6 times.
We even took Spirit to Arizona.
Oh, that's 7. We can go to Arizona.
Oh, no,
Vegas.
Vegas.
Yeah.
So we even took Spirit
So
there.
7 times, which is really 14 back and forth. No issues in any of them. Anyway.
Not even a pushed flight or change the time. Nothing. Like, it was Spirit just like...
Janet says she likes watching us.
Thank you.
We're real people. We like to have fun.
Yeah, we tell the truth, how we feel.
Anyway, so it's been an hour and 5 minutes. I guess, do you guys have any last questions for us? It's 10 o'clock. Julia's going to be up in like 7 hours?
Yeah.
So
go back to work.
And then I've got 2 videos I'm going to record tomorrow. I'm working on a website, building a website for you guys, which hopefully you guys will like. And yeah, more Masked Singer stuff and Masked Dancer stuff. And I'll be watching the UK version, which is going to be, was it 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? 3 p.m. over here on East Coast is what time it airs in the UK of The Masked Singer. So I'll be watching that. So anyway, I don't see any other questions. Is Spirit around many years? I don't know how long Spirit's been around.
Well, I don't know. I actually don't know that. How old is Spirit?
So I wonder if Spirit would allow my 2-year-old to sit in the middle seat where a family of 3. I don't see why they wouldn't, as long as you buy the seat, right?
Well, I mean, if the middle seat is empty anyways, and if you have a 2-year-old, you could probably ask a flight attendant.
Yeah.
I don't think that would mind at all.
I don't think so either.
As long as like you're already on the plane, on the flight, you can just ask them.
Leah says, are you guys counting down the weeks until summer? I think we're 142 days until Memorial Day. I think that's where we're at. We have our Christmas countdown still at 0. We started that like at 99, didn't we?
Yeah.
We were realizing that our Christmas tree has been up for 3 months.
It's time for it to come down. Yes.
I don't want the tree gone.
I'm sorry.
Come with me. Come with me.
Where are you going?
I'm taking them away. Okay? Here's our Christmas tree, and there's our light. She wants me to take down this tree. I don't mind doing manual labor. I just don't want to take down the tree. Because I really, it's
enough. It's been 3 months. We put it up the day after Halloween. The day after Halloween, we put up a Christmas tree. I didn't know. I think it's enough.
And I disagree. I think the Christmas tree should stay on longer. So we're gonna make you guys vote, and then you guys decide. And hopefully you vote with me because I want the tree.
No, I think the Christmas is over.
I love you, Christmas tree.
I think the Christmas is over here.
Christmas tree, oh Christmas tree. You know what's the best part about our Christmas tree? It's controlled by my phone.
Oh my goodness.
I can turn it on and off because I bought that smart outlet that you can get at like Walmart or on Amazon. So you can turn it off and then turn it on. And then turn it off and then turn it on. Julie, you know what I can do with it? I can turn it off
and turn it on
and turn it on. And the best part is that the star, for some reason, lights first. Watch, the star lights first. I know the coloring is a little off, but anyway, let's flip this around and finish up because now you guys are like, these guys are really getting annoying, Joey and Julie. These two are so annoying. Why is Joey and Julia so annoying? Anyway, I want to thank you guys so much. Joey, I dare you to sing the lyrics that I posted. Where'd you post it at? Can we leave the Christmas lights until January? This is our place. We make the call. Oh, is that a song? Let's see. Everyone says, wow, it's like a split tie here, Julia.
No.
Take it down. Take it down. Keep it up. Take it down. Wow.
Take it down, Bear. It's time. I'm sorry. It's been up for so long. I've had it since Halloween.
Since the week after Halloween, yes.
I think it's done.
I don't think it's done.
I think it's done.
I don't think it's done. I think it needs to stay up even longer, Julia.
I think it's done.
No, I love that tree. So many cute ornaments on our tree. I never did a Christmas video. We never did a Christmas tour. Our house is a Christmas thrown up everywhere. I started putting the Christmas stuff away. You can even look at my Masked Dancer board. Some of the stuff's already missing. But anyway, we've been talking for an hour and 10 minutes. This weekend, what? Why are you patting me on the back like a little child? I'm not a child.
I'm gonna make you a hot chocolate, and you.
No. Time out. You can't do that. You make cookies. You put on Christmas music. You drink hot chocolate, and you put the tree up.
And then you do exactly the same thing.
No, you put the tree up.
You're taking it down.
No, what you need to do is leave it up to February. Okay, hear me out. And then you eat February hot chocolate, which is pink. It's like white mocha kind of thing. You have strawberry marshmallows that are in the shape of a heart, and you're drinking that with a cute little pink straw. And then you take all the Christmas ornaments off the tree while singing all the Valentine's Day songs you like.
There's no Valentine's Day.
Yes, there is.
Okay.
It's a Cupid slide. You do the Cupid slide. You do the Cupid slide.
Joey, you're trying so hard that it's painful.
You know the Cupid slide, don't you?
You're trying so hard that it's painful to
watch.
watch.
Do you know the Cupid slide?
Of course I do. Of course I do. You done?
We did the Cupid slide at our wedding, didn't we?
I think so.
I think we did the electric slide. We did the country slide.
One of the slides.
We did the Uptown Funk song dance thing. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining us here on the Joey Contino YouTube page. I hope you guys had some fun. I know we had fun. Julie and I we do this normally without a camera. But yeah, probably
that's true.
Next time we do this, the tree will not be up. That's gonna be sad. Next weekend we'll be in Wildwood for like a good 5 days straight. So a lot of filming. Maybe we'll do a live video that Friday. I don't think so. Maybe Saturday if we have time. Why are you looking at me like that?
Do your facial expression.
I do a lot with my face. I'm on camera. What do you expect? If I looked in the camera and did, "Hey everyone, this is Joey. We're going to talk about The Masked Dancer," I think people might get really I think people only watch our YouTube channel for my facial expressions. If you remember when I did, and this is going back, I think maybe only Lauren may know this in the group here, but going back to the first season, I think that I used to start off the video saying, "Please subscribe even if you only like the expressions on my face," or something like that, because the comments were always about my facial expressions. Anyway, facial expressions. Anyway, thank you guys so much for joining us. If you haven't done so yet, please subscribe, turn on notifications, and give this video a thumbs up. If you have any other questions, you can send us a question on Instagram at Joey Contino and Julia Contino _, and we'll be glad to go ahead and do the Cupid slide. Okay.